From being alone, and I found someone to carry me on. And I found someone to carry me on.
Well, well, well. Hello, guys. If there is anybody out there except you, Anal Vape, I see you there, you son of a bitch. You are the first. You're the only person here. Everybody else, they died. Can you believe it? No, it's a bit of an impromptu stream. We don't usually do one this time of night, but I'm up. So I figure we'll try to clear our palate of all that Deadly Kitty Blossom stuff by working on our video game thing. Good evening to you, Nico. Hannibal O'Neill, welcome to you as well. Truck Nuts, good to see you, old pal. Sexy tune, hoss. That's right. Band called Beacon. Song called Drive. From the album The Ways We Separate. All right. Yeah, this is what we got to do today, if I can explain it to you. A long time ago, a long ass time ago, we're talking about like 20 years ago, I sat down to make a comic book. What I was going to do is I was going to paint everything. I didn't get very far with it. For I was like, I don't know. I'm into other stuff now. I'm not going to do it. And then I was like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just resurrect that concept. And I'm going to do a scary like YouTube video. And I'm going to use these illustrations. And it ended up what had happened. Excuse me, guys. I don't know if I'm blowing you out with the audio here. I'm noticing that I'm peaking a little bit. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, there was this scene that I was going to do in the video where this young woman, she looks into the eyes of the night beast, this creature I've created, and she would be hypnotized by this spinning kaleidoscope. And so I worked on that kaleidoscopic image for about 5 months. Then I forgot about the initial project. And every once in a while I would, think, I don't know, maybe we should work on that project again. I wasn't really happy with the storyline. But now that I'm thinking about this video game idea, maybe it's best to dig into that old well. So, that being said, we have a lot of images. Or at least I do. You don't have anything. But I have a lot of images from back in the day. Like, these are just rough outlines that I'd done like 20 years ago. So I started to kind of remaster them. And so what we'll do is we'll work on these as we move forward, trying to flesh out this story. Nico says, there's a weird echo to the audio. I hear you quietly say what you're going to say before you loudly say it. Is it just me? Oh my god. I don't know. Chat, are you hearing this weird echo as well? Trucknut says, it's fine here, Hoss. I don't know what this Nico character is about. Maybe he needs to get his ears checked. He's got his ears full of semen, in my opinion. Jesus Christ, Trucknuts. It's too much. Naomi Diaz, welcome to the stream. How's the audio, by the way, Naomi Diaz? Are you hearing anything that would make people assume that you had semen in your ears? It's Trucknuts, that's what he thinks. It's just the kind of person he is. He's overreactionary to the extreme. Now, Hannibal O'Neill, he says, Nico needs a Q-tip to stick right in his eyeball. Whoa! Calm down, everybody. You're kind of trying to murder everyone around you. We're all friends here. Bible Ninja, welcome to you. All I hear is Davis Degeneracy. Oh, perfect. M Awesome, welcome to you as well. Speaking of degeneracy, it's good to have M Awesome here. Probably the most degenerate among you, but a long time watcher of the stream. She probably even saw me work on this image back in the day. Trucknut says, I want to dispute what you're saying about me, but it's true. It's true. I know you more than you know yourself. The sad truth of it all is that I know you all more than you know yourselves. And it keeps me up at night. And that's why we're here. All right, let's get rid of this selection. Let's deselect it. And then we'll get to work. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, guys. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, the first thing we need to do is sort of isolate that background. Because when we go into video game form, we're going to have a lot of different layers going. So that background is probably going to be moving. Who knows? And Awesome says, I do remember this. Yeah, we didn't get very far in this one. I think because we're just caught up in other degeneracy. Nico says, I figured out what it is. You're playing on Twitter in another tab. Oh, god damn it. The fuck am I doing on Twitter? Just playing around on Twitter like a crazy man. Yeah, that must be it. I'm listening in Inception, says Hannibal O'Neill. Well, there you go. All right, I got a drink here. Let's get a little vape in. Not talking about anal vape. But a quality vape, to be sure. I should really get a reference photo for the interior of their car. I don't know. Maybe I'll just work on this girl. She looks like shit, guys. I don't mind telling you. What did she look like before? 518 to go. Carry on. Oh my god. We are so close, guys. We're halfway there. Almost halfway there. She looks better here than she does here. Maybe we can just erase. Maybe her nose is a little... I don't know. She looks better here than she does here. I wonder what happened. Wonder why I made this mistake. I don't know. I'll figure it out. She also looks pissed. What'd you do to her, Davis? Ow. What I always do to women. Disappoint them. Alright, where's my pin? We'll correct this. If we can. Yeah. Yeah, it was either do this tonight or watch tutorial videos on programming. Jesus Christ, that stuff has been fucking fascinating. But that being said, I mean, it makes me so anxious. Maybe anxious isn't the word, but it makes me want to get all my assets together, and this is going to take a long time, so we might as well work on it. Spinal Tap Taparoo, welcome to the stream. M Awesome says no comment. What? Oh my god. And of course, M Awesome is being a snitch. Spinal called Davis a hoe. What? Hi, Davis. Ho? Hi, Davis Ho. Are you? I don't know. I think M Awesome's just starting shit as usual. Why is this? Looks so much better there. I don't know. We'll just erase it and we'll start again. Seems a little ridiculous. Oh my god. I've lost control. What is the remedy for anal vapes hemorrhoids? Says Hannibal O'Neill. Anal Marlboros? It's not your voice. Don't steal Trucknut's voice. Jesus Christ, who do you think you are? Alright, you're out of here. We're doing this again. I don't give a fuck. We like this face much better. Do we? Maybe they both suck. Maybe we should just work on something new. Maybe we should just start at the beginning. Yeah, I have a few ideas of where I want to go with this thing. For me, the story always started with a camera just zooming in to a house through the window into this girl's room. Now, the premise is, and I don't mind giving it away, is basically this couple. They're going to take their friends. They're going to go camping. But there's something going on in the world. There's something odd going on in the world. Like a mysterious red moon is out, making people act a little crazy. It's not the greatest story in the world, guys. It's not going to make you go crazy, which makes it a perfect little template to add a little weirdness through player choice, which is what I'm most interested in. Deborah Miller says, "Fire Alex." Oh man, I could have fired Alex 3 times tonight. Deborah Miller kept stepping on my jokes. I don't mean to talk shit about my co-host there, but I don't know. I might not be long for the world as far as that wrestling stream goes. I think there's too many cooks, to be completely honest with you. They got two guys who know a lot about wrestling, and it's usually fine if it's me and Alex. Alex knows a bit about wrestling, as you guys well know, and of course, you have the Blossom, who's a wild card, and of course, I like to have a laugh. You know me, I'm a jovial guy. And of course, Vamp is the din mother in that whole thing. But when you get two guys that know a lot about wrestling, then it becomes a wrestling show. And that's the last thing that I want to be a part of. I don't want to do a wrestling show. So there's no room in there for a cool cat like me. Don't mind telling you folks. So I find it very hard to do that. I don't know if I even have any more of that show left in me. Because I certainly don't care about wrestling. And as this picks up steam, as we begin in earnest on this little creative project we have here, I'm going to have to start managing my time a lot better. So it is basically the gods telling me maybe you should move on. This whole thing has been fun, but come on, Davis, let's get serious. You got things that you want to do. It's time to move on. Alex needs guidance. Sure, he's a little chunky, but also a little funky, says Spinal Tap Taparoo. He knows. Nico says, I honestly don't watch the Pro South stream. I'm subbed to support them. But I just never got into wrestling. Well, I understand. I thought it would be a novel concept. I've talked about it before. Of the guy that knows nothing about wrestling pretending to know a lot about wrestling. So it's just a framework for me to have some fun. And of course, I like surreality and weirdness. I tell you, my favorite part about Pro South is the intermission when I'm able to get weird with it. But I don't know. I don't know if there's that much more left to do. That many more jokes. So I'll stick around for next week because they're going to have a cage match, a battle royale cage match to decide the future of that particular wrestling establishment. And I think that'll be a good bookend. And then I'll just move on from there. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, my brain is crashing. Oh my god. What color eyes? Ooh, I don't know. You guys decide. I'll leave it up to you. I think I had her with blue eyes. Who knows? Hold on, I have other images of her that don't that I worked on before. I guess it doesn't matter. What happened? asks Deborah Miller. Oh, I don't know. Do you even Boston crab, bro? Says Gabolino. Welcome to the stream, Gabolino, by the way. Did you and Alex have a lover's dispute? No, 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 no. My God, haven't you been listening to me? Didn't I explain what happened? Could always have Scraddles commentate. That would be interesting. You know what? We could do that. Maybe next time. I don't know. Green Eyes, you say? Alright, we'll do Green Eyes. I like Green Eyes. Gabolino says, I know nothing about wrestling either. I just like to have fun. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Sir? Bible Ninja says, Davis, stop sulking. You are salty because someone interrupted you. Get the fuck over yourself, lighten up, and have a giggle with light-hearted, good, clean absurdity. Is that what it is? I'm just being a salty dog? No, I just don't know. If I can devote that much time to things anymore. You'll never get more absurdity than grown and very grown men in Lycra playing touch butt for a few hours. Okay, she just got here. No, I think there's too many cooks in the wrestling show. And I'm not going to hinder that. But it's not just that. I mean, I think the time is it's come to an end as far as that is concerned. I don't know if there's that much more to do with it, creatively speaking. Especially when we have so many other creative things we want to do. I'll tell you what I used to do. Blossom, welcome to the stream. This is what I used to do. I actually used to think about what I was going to do before the show. Like I'd come up with gimmicks and they would just come to me and be like, oh, that'd be pretty good. And I used to even write my little monologues. But these days I don't know. My head is in so many different places and I've always been one of those type of people that if I want to give it 110%, and if I'm not feeling it, I certainly don't want to. Not that you can call it art or anything, but I don't want it to suffer. So, just letting you know, guys. Since it's been on my mind and I'm thinking about leaving, I think I'm probably going to do that. Bible Ninja says, I can't be a part of this. My time is too far stretched like Blossom's forehead, but I can postulate about making a sex game. Degenerate Davis versus Comeback Davis. Come Dick Davis, I'm sorry. Couldn't imagine which vice will win. My God. I don't know. I think in the long run, this game is going to be much more important, creatively speaking. I know we call it a sex game for fun, but it's more of an adult-themed horror game, a visual novel, as they call it. Come Dick Davis. Oh my God. Blossom says, I feel the same way about it. I'm not sure much else I can do either. And it's not just one thing, there's a lot of things. Like back in the day, when it first started, there was no other commentary. Like it's a very difficult show to try and do when you have to listen to that audio and try to talk over it. I don't even know how it sounds to you guys when you're listening to it. But having dueling commentary on the show, especially when their audio is all screwed up, is very hard to concentrate and you know try to have a laugh. I mean, it's just not. It's not a blank. It's not the blank canvas it was. Um, certainly when I started. I think Pro South will continue to get better. That's my hope for it. But I don't know. It's not going to be. You talking about the wrestling or the morning show or both? No, just the wrestling show. I'm going to continue to do the morning show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And now, as far as the Kumite goes, I don't know. I'll just play that by ear. Because to be honest, even that is too much of a time sink. So I'll probably cut back on that show and just show up, to have a laugh occasionally. Just depends. I mean, it is at a good hour when I'm just trying to relax, catch up on some things, so I can just sit down there for a few hours and talk some shit. So, but yeah, that show, the Kumite does go on a bit long. So I'm gonna have to think about how I manage myself with that as well. Okay, dumb question. Why play Pro South audio? If the viewers wanted that, they could go to the Pro South stream. I don't know. I guess for the background audio of like when they take the mic and they're talking. I mean, sometimes when the audio is fine, it's not a real big deal, but their audio has been so messed up, it's very difficult to even think, much less try to put something together on the fly. You shouldn't do what you don't enjoy, says Deborah Miller. Yeah, I think that's a big part of it too. Nico says, I'd cry if you permanently left the Kumite. Nah, there's no reason to leave it completely. But given what's at stake here, given what we have, the monumental task in front of you, or in front of us, it's too much for one man. Is it too much for one man? Just got too much going on. Fireball Ninja says, I am mean to Blossom because I think she's a sweetie. She's lucky that big shiny melon-like forehead isn't in Ninja Land, because I'd let her be my live-in cleaner cook. Oh. Well, that's nice, I think. I'm not sure. Gobolino has to go. He has to take a sleepy. All right, Gobolino. Thanks for stopping by. Do appreciate it. Deborah Miller says, you and Blossom should do a show called Bants and Forehead. We do that show on Blossom's channel. Which, by the way, I have no intention of leaving. Like hanging out with Blossom, doing that thing. It's a good show because I can do shit in the background. Watch Blossom fail at Dark Souls, and I don't have to type in the chat. It's a good time. Bible Ninja says, just drop in for a few when you can. You don't have to stop off for the whole 9 yards. You can even pipe into the show when you're doing your doodles. Yeah, that's probably exactly what we're going to do. Nico says, yeah, there isn't enough hours in the day to follow what everyone does. I rarely catch things live anymore. It's certainly true. God, everybody's got something going. Even concurrently. Young, Mulder, and Scully. Oh, yeah. Kind of does look like them. Stop beating around the bush, pansy. Tell us why you hate Tonka. Inquiring minds want to know. I'll tell you, I didn't start to hate Tonka until his Twitter was hacked. Then I saw all the horrible things that he had been saying about me behind my back. Deborah Miller says, nobody watches Blossom on Twitch. It's not true. She's got an ever-growing audience. Even people outside of the Kumite community watch Blossom. I'll tell you what something weird that happened. Do you guys know the guy Harmful Opinions? Yeah, Harmful Opinions. Very popular YouTuber. Just happened to show up on Blossom's channel because he was looking for people who play Dark Souls. Isn't that crazy? Sorry about that. I'm unplugging my thing. Bible Ninja says Twitch is a rubbish website, though. Even Michael J. Fox doesn't like it. Oh my god. Deborah Miller says it grew from 2 to 4. Yes, it's doubling exponentially. Hannibal O'Neill says Blossom is the Led Zeppelin of Twitch. It's so true. Because her forehead is made of lead. I got one in. Sorry. Is Harmful back to making YouTube videos? No, I don't. I have no idea. I don't know what he's up to. Is Harmful Opinions one of the ex-Gamergate people? I don't think so. I think he was more or less one of the, I guess, in that skeptic sphere, that did cultural commentary. But I think he was the only funny one, and the only one that was truly interesting. He came out of it relatively unscathed, in my opinion. Trucknut says, I watch your streams, Blossom, for the exciting mug giveaways, and everyone else should too. Streams start at 7, Monday through Thursdays on Twitch. Deadly Kitty. Subscribe and follow. There you go. Little promo from Trucknuts. That's pretty good. But Deborah Miller says, Blossom sucks though. But mug giveaways, Deborah. You like mugs, don't you? You like drinking out of receptacles? You can't drink out of toilets for the rest of your life? I'm sorry, that was a little cruel. I don't mean to be cruel to you, Deborah. He exposed Candid. Yeah, that's right. Went against the grain with all those guys. Nico says, I still watch Teal Deer from time to time, whenever he uploads a video. I haven't seen much from him either. Thought he was alright. Blossom says, Deborah's cool. She's burying you, Blossom. Blossom says, I'm thinking about moving my Sunday show to YouTube. She's diversifying her portfolio, guys. Life feels empty without Dick Hammer and Cobalt to shit on. Are they done? You just reminded me, I haven't checked in on them. Deborah Miller says, hurtful, from a Photoshop kid that's 50. Ooh. I didn't want to start this war. Because I know I'm not going to be able to win it. Please, let's not do this. Blossom says on Sundays I'm doing a talk show, a call-in type thing. Oh, okay. Sounds like a good idea. They're supposedly back tomorrow, the Wilderness Bros. All right. They quit on the 3-day mark? Oh no. Deborah Miller says, I don't shit on people I don't like, I ignore them. Oh, I think that's the only compliment that we're going to get from Deborah, and I do appreciate it. Inaccurate Fool says, are my comments not coming through? I guess that's the answer to your question. Bible Ninja says, Blossom, just be a cam thought. Go on an asshole titty streaming website, pay your college off, marry the richest guy you can stomach, breed a couple of kids, then take the house in the divorce. It's an interesting idea. Dick was too sick to go on. Oh man, that's sad. Inaccurate Fool says, I'm used to being ignored. Oh, cheer up. Cheer up, buddy. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. I really need to get a reference photo for this car, I think. I think that'll be something I have to do off camera, I guess. I don't know. It'd be probably too boring for you. Searching for interiors. Blossom says, that sounds like an awful life, to be honest. Oh, there could be so much worse. Heard something like one stabbed the other's foot, too. Just hearsay, though. I think I heard the same thing. From the channels. From my Discord spies. No, I don't even know where I heard it. That chick has a small forehead, says Hannibal O'Neill. This is true. Doesn't make any sense. Foreheads are supposed to be huge. Inaccurate Fool says, I don't get ignored IRL. Only on the internet. That's because you walk around in a chicken costume. Inaccurate Fool. Probably shouldn't do that in East Texas. It's a little advice from me to you. I sent a picture of the river I was fishing on the other day. No dick pics. Unless I got hacked. I'll have to check it out. I'm picturing a pastoral scene. You could be a Twitch streamer that plays games horribly and burps from her forehead. At least you're not that, Blossom. Hey, think about that. I know who you're referring to. EDM, by the way, welcome to the stream. Ryan Harlan, welcome to you as well. He says, Morning, Davis. It's 7 a.m. The sun is out, and I'm enjoying breakfast in the hot tub. Wow. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, EDM says, might do music later if anybody fancies it. Well, we all love music, but not the kind of music that you provide, EDM. For those who don't know, that EDM has a stream where he plays the bagpipes while kicking a bag of kittens. It's horrifying. It's as horrifying as it sounds. Can't believe he gets away with it. Davis, did you ever check out Acorn to Arabella? No, it's on my list. It sounds like a good idea of something to do before I fall asleep. Better than what I watched last night, which was tutorial videos on Unity. But I'll make sure I do that. That sounds a lot more soothing. Acorn to Arabella, for those who don't know, apparently about a couple guys building a boat from scratch. Sounds pretty cool. Thinking about this other scene that I have. You guys will have to let me know if you want to see this one. If you want to see this particular set of pictures get created. Tell me if I'm a dirty dog. I think what I'm going to do in this game is you're going to alternate between characters to drive the narrative forward. Like you'll have the option to at certain points change your point of view, and depending on your choices, um, the story will go in different places. Maybe that's a little too much. Who knows? But I was thinking um, of starting the game out where the girl could actually like do a little dress up. Because I thought it'd be pretty funny because you know that you're going to go camping, right? And what if you made just a horrible choice to wear something that it's not camping gear, and that could change the narrative, right? You could get razzed on a little bit by your friend by doing something dumb. Now I know what you're saying. Davis, you're just a dirty dog. But I'm going to do it anyway. My question is, you want to see something like that on stream? Can I make you complicit in my degeneracy? Nico asks, what is your opinion on the Child's Play remake? Nah, I don't really care. Child's Play was great. Brad Dourif, or Dorif, however you pronounce his name, is a fucking legend. One of the greats. I'm not mad that he got replaced. I don't consider him to have been replaced. I think what's odd about it is it's Mark Hamill who's going to be doing the voice. And I don't know, is he just going to do a Joker voice? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? But that being said about Child's Play, I don't know if the original creator is involved at all, but I would hope that he is, because I've actually watched quite a bit of the Child's Play films. I never saw it when it came out, and it must have been a number of years ago. I said, you know what, I'll check out this series and see what all the fuss is about. Yeah, those movies go in some weird places, for sure. But what I like about it though is that they didn't they stayed with the canon. You know, it was a continuing story, even as ridiculous as it was. The Bride of Chucky and all that shit. It never strayed too far off, um, narratively speaking. So I don't know. I think that was kind of cool. Deborah Miller says, I'm going to pretend like I can sleep, Davis. Don't kill yourself when I'm not here. I would hate to miss it. Oh, thank you. All right, good night, Deborah. Hopefully you'll get that sleep that you desperately need. Pretty sure you already know the answer to that, Davis. 100%. Dirty dog. An accurate fool agrees. You're a dirty dog. Spinal Tap. Taparoo gives us 100. And I guess that's the score on the dirty dog meter. Bible Ninja says, dress up? This is going to be so contrived. I don't know. I think all games are contrived. M. Awesome says, I've only seen a preview, but Chucky looks like a little bitch in this one. I don't even know if I've seen the new Chucky, or what he looks like. Nico says, that could be interesting, like if she wears brightly colored clothing, it could have her singled out and easily seen by a monster or something. Yeah, that's true. Or if you chose to give her like high heels, let's say I gave that as an option. Well, that's not something that you can wear in the woods. So, I don't know. Might be cool. Will Alex be drowning dogs in the pool in the game, Davis? Oh, Alex will never be anywhere near this in thought or otherwise. Nico says, I kind of wanted more of a sequel. I wanted to see where Dorif's daughter would take the character, since Chucky is possessing her now. Yeah, I think in all reality, it's just diminishing returns. We've heard that term before. And I just don't think, you know, that people remember the storyline. Or either people are like me and they're not familiar with the franchise. So to continue on with the story would not be successful. Chucknut says the original benefited greatly from the existence of My Buddy dolls at the time. Oh, you're absolutely right. My Buddy. My Buddy. You know, Trucknuts only mentioned that because it's one of the songs that we do in our barbershop quartet. My buddy, my buddy. He makes me dress up as the doll, as the My Buddy doll. It's really conceptual. I don't know why it does it. Is the new Chucky ginger? I don't know. Let's check it out real quick. The new Chucky doll. Interested to see what he looks like. Oh no. Is this it? Hmm. Oh, isn't. I don't know, guys. I guess that could work. A little too angular, isn't it? Hmm. Well, look at this one. I mean, this looked much, much more like a doll that you would actually sell. This almost looks scary already. Obviously, the lighting is, what they're doing, but I don't know. Can you imagine them selling something like this? Whereas you can almost see that they would sell something like this. I don't know if I like it. Is this real? I don't like it, guys. I'm not a fan. I don't know. I don't like it. Now, I don't know if it's a thing where I'm just one of those guys who just don't like anything that's different, but I don't know. I don't like it. Nico says, just a thought, maybe you could have the clothing choices affect your personality as well, since usually how you dress reflects your personality. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. It would be like the narrative has to change for to what's a good word for it, to compensate for the choices that you're making. Yeah. Ooh. Nico, good job. You get a gold star, Nico. That just got my brain. I got all sorts of fire in my synapses there. Thinking about writing it down. I don't think I'll forget that one. But all right. Player choice affects narrative. All my pins are out of ink. No, I'll remember that. Wow, yeah, good one, good one, good comment. Craig Hale, welcome to the stream. I see you there. He's a hipster. Why are they making them all hipsters? Talking about Chucky. I don't know if he's necessarily a hipster. I don't know. My brain is in another place now. Nico says I'm not. Yeah, I'm not excited for it. I don't even know if they'll have Chucky be Charles Lee Ray. The trailer makes it look like whatever possesses the doll is in the internet? Oh no. Hannibal O'Neill says, I want to see murderous Cabbage Patch dolls. Cabbage Patch movie was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. And I think it was supposed to be a comedy. Would it be great if it was? The dog gets taken over by Tay AI, and it just starts spouting like alt-right rhetoric. And Awesome says, I don't like it either. Yeah, I agree. Bible Ninja says, it's Chucky, it's not meant for you. It's meant for 12-year-olds. Yeah, I don't know. You probably have a point. Tipsy Top, welcome to the stream. Davis, will there be any kinds of reference or Easter eggs in the game? Reference or Easter eggs for what? Oh, like our general community? I probably will. Probably add a few things here and there. I won't go fucking crazy with it. There won't be a scene in the game where someone goes aim, aim, shoot, shoot, or anything like that. I tend to think those kind of things are ridiculous. But if I think it's clever enough, I guess I'd put it in there. The internet possessed Chucky? That's not subliminal messaging, honest. A secret route with a pool that calls animals to commit suicide? Yeah. Not gonna do that. Problem is, I don't know where the fucking light is coming from on this thing. I assume it's coming from over here. I really should have thought about this before. I think I'll be alright. Tell you what. Where did I want it to be? Okay, it's still daylight outside. But early afternoon, I think. Chucky commits a school shooting? Oh dear lord. Maybe this should go on a different layer. In fact, I know it should, actually. Sorry guys, I had to take care of something real quick. Alright, I need to put this on a different layer. Is that bitch gonna have highlights? Yeah, probably. Probably gonna have all sorts of highlights. To be completely honest with you. Davis is the quickest muter in the business, you know it. Probably going to be interrupted by my nephew a few times here and there. Right now he's playing Fortnite. So probably interrupt me tell me how well he's doing. Dear God, it's 1:30 a.m. What's he still doing? Still up? I guess it is a Friday. I don't make the rules, guys. Okay, what was I saying? This has to be on a different layer. Well, you know kids, they get lost in games and lose track of time. This is true. Was it already on a different layer? You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna merge these layers and duplicate it. Control copy. We'll clean it up later. Speaking of it, being 1:30, I need to head to bed myself. Good night, everyone, says Nico. Well, good night to you. Thanks for stopping by. Let's deselect this. Let's get back to work. Oh, you know what, guys? I really need a fucking reference photo here. I guess I don't need a reference photo to work on some clouds. So we'll just do that for a while. Make a nice cerulean sky if we can. Now Davis is going to draw clouds for the next hour. No, we won't go too crazy with it. Just take a little color from Heidi's Heine. Actually, we'll take some color here. Oh, Heidi's Heine, always helping us out. So good to have it there. Don't you think, folks? You know what we should do? We should pay tribute to Heidi's Heine when we do our little sketch of this girl doing a little dress up. We should lovingly capture all the things that we appreciate about Heidi's Heine. Then, of course, I'll be sued by Heidi O'Farrell for using her ass without her permission. Which, of course, I'll gladly do, and I'll represent myself in the case. Your Honor, I only have one thing to say. And I'll give him the evidence. It's Exhibit A. This picture of Heidi O'Farrell's ass. Do you blame me? That the judge would throw it out. My God. Would you look at that? Man, how was he not? I say, how was he not supposed to paint your beautiful ass? Looking at it right now, I say he had no choice in the matter. Now, if you didn't want your ass painted for some sort of adult-themed video game, maybe you shouldn't have put your ass on your Instagram, little lady. Think that's how it would go? Maybe not. Davis doesn't need a judge to rise to Heidi's ass. So true. Just get a little red in there. Just a little bit. A little pink cloud. How many times that lady safety wipe? Yeah. Just thinking about all the important questions. Dear Lord. Victim blame? Exactly. I think I might countersue her. That's what I'll do. Judge, I haven't been able to sleep since I've seen that ass. It's done irreparable damage to me. It's haunting me. I know what you mean, son. It's an incredible piece of work. Ugh, I do. Guess that's alright. I haven't been able to sleep properly. I've only had 9 hours of sleep in the past 3 days. Jesus Christ, Spinal Tap. Going fucking crazy. Turned into a crazy dog. You need to get to sleep, buddy. What have you been doing? You've been up so late. Well, Davis, I've been watching your show. Please, do not destroy your life for this. Your Honor, I have suffered immeasurable mental anguish, as this photo has made all asses I find in the wild sad asses. I cannot look upon another woman's ass. I find all asses inferior to this. The judge looks at it. Ah! You're right. Everyone in the courtroom looks at it. We all choose to hang ourselves. Rather than to live in a world where we cannot have that ass sit on our face. I don't want you guys to believe that I think that this is the greatest ass of all time. Let's be honest, folks. It's a pretty good ass, but it's probably not the best ass. Spinal Tap Tapper says, I can't. I'm in work in an hour's time. Oh no. Is that the definition of apple bottom? I don't know. I guess. Probably have a point there. Never even really thought about it. We're going to extend the clouds past the scope of what's in the window because it will be moving. So let's also do the same thing with the sky. It's not the best, but it's a tasteful ass to have in the corner of every stream for a week. Yep. You know, that's what we need to do, guys. Dear Lord. Why didn't we think about this? We need to, for every week, we need to focus on one great ass and really celebrate it. That way we don't go too crazy. We don't lose sight of all the great asses out there. And plus, we don't want people to think that we're insane over Heidi O'Farrell's wonderful posterior end. Because you're right, there are better asses out there. Naomi Diaz says, I hurt way too bad to sleep. Oh, Naomi Diaz, I'm sorry. I don't want to ask what ails you. But I certainly hope and wish you were feeling better. Hannibal O'Neill says ass is a beautiful thing. It should be judged fairly. Well, I'll make sure that I do that. I'll go searching. I'll, you know what? I'll take the bullet on this one, and I'll go searching for beautiful asses online. And I'll only do it because it needs to be done. Because you've demanded it from me. That's what I'm going to tell Ellen. If she wakes up, which she probably won't. Davis, once a week we should concentrate on one great ass. I guess I'll have to stare at mine then. Oh my gosh, Spinal Tap. Only the best and brightest asses here on the Night Beast. That's right. Yeah, what we'll do is every week we will feature one ass. And we will, at the end of the month, we'll choose the best ass that has been featured on the Night Beast. And then at the end of the year, we'll put them in a round robin and have the asses face off in an ass spectacular on the Night Beast. Take a little color from that ass, since we're talking about it. The ass American Idol. It's true. We don't have to just judge it on how it looks. We could also judge it on how it performs. Perhaps that's unfair. I mean, you certainly have all sorts of different types of asses. What do you guys think about sporty asses? Certainly something to be said for a tight, sporty ass. That ass gotta have personality, says Truck Nuts. No, he didn't say that at all. That was Hannibal O'Neill. God damn it. What am I doing? I need to get my eyes checked. Spinal Tap, she says, I love sporty ass. All right. There you go. We'll try to find a good sporty ass for Spinal Tap Taparoo. I rolled my car, have internal bruising, and re-broke my right wrist on Monday. Dear Lord, Naomi Diaz. You rolled your car? My God. I'm sorry to hear that. You've certainly been through quite an ordeal. I'm glad you're alive. I'm sorry that you're going through so much pain right now. But dear Lord. Naomi Diaz was caught in some sort of Mad Max situation where she had to drive a truck full of women in the desert. Some unfortunate things happen. I'm sorry, Naomi Diaz. But I appreciate what you went through. So the plan is to test drive these asses. Boston may get upset, and Ellen may wake up. Ooh. Alright, we'll just tell you what we'll do. We'll just judge them based on a picture. Let's just stick with that. Ass worship turns men into spinals. This is viable, Ninja. Okay. Well, you know what we can do. We can also judge boobs as well here. Dear Lord. No, we'll just stick with asses. We don't want to turn this into some dirty dog stream. It's never been our intention. Here on the Night Beast. It was raining. I hydroplaned my car and went over the median and rolled. Dear Lord. My God. Oof. I don't like driving when it's raining at all. Sorry that happened. To you, Naomi Diaz. Spinal Tap says, "Oh, look on the bright side, Naomi. It could have been worse. You're absolutely right. It could have been worse. You could have been dragged out of the car by a family of coyotes, hungry coyotes. They could have tore you limb from limb. Or worse yet, in your back seat, there could have been a possessed Chucky doll with the voice of famed actor and comedian Dom DeLuise. And he wouldn't try to murder you, he would just tell you all about his stories of old Hollywood while you waited for the ambulance to get there. By that time, you would be wishing the coyotes would get there to gnaw off your ears. Naomi Diaz is thinking, Davis has got me all wrong. I love Dom DeLuise. Not sure how he got trapped into the body of a doll. He's one of my favorite comic characters. I loved Cannonball Run. I'm sorry, Naomi Diaz. I don't know you that well. Maybe if I did, I wouldn't have said that. Maybe if I knew you even better, I would chauffeur you around so you wouldn't have to be driving in this tundra that you've found yourself in. That's what I'm gonna do for you, Naomi Diaz. I'm gonna become your chauffeur. Where to, Miss Diaz? And you'll say something obviously racist to me, and I'll just have to listen to it. Well, now, Miss Diaz. You sure are a kooky old bird. I don't remember what happened in that movie. With Jessica Tandy and Morgan Freeman. If you know what I'm talking about. Driving Miss Daisy. What's that movie about? The lady was a racist, right? And she learned to not be a racist by hanging around with Morgan Freeman. When Jason Statham was there, he tried to run them off the road in an epic 30-minute car chase. We'll get out of here, driving Miss Daisy. That's what he calls her, too. In the movie, he called her Driving Miss Daisy. It's a really weird thing that he did. We'll get out of here. I'll make sure you get home with all your pearls. I don't know what I'm talking about. The pigeon from American Tail says Hannibal O'Neill, talking about Dom DeLuise. Gosh, Hannibal O'Neill knows. An artist, a video game developer, morning show co-host, and chauffeur, Davis is a Renaissance man. I am many things to many people. Chuck Nuts remembers the film. He says, they banged till her hip blew out. Then he was shot for banging her. Fairly sure that was the close of the film. My God, you're right. It was a 20-minute sex scene and involved Morgan Freeman dipping Jessica Tandy's nipples in butter and him. Sorry, I was going to continue to go on with that, and I realized that would be probably the most disturbing thing that I could relate to you folks. So I apologize. You'd like to call her Jessica Handy. Oh. Put a little cloud over here. Up in the sky, just having a little fun. We'll extend it a little further. Actually, we'll extend it the whole way. You got to think about these things, folks. Because we're just going to use this layer. It'll slowly be moving. Because the clouds don't move that much. We'll have another layer for the ground, and that'll just be kind of blurry. But the clouds will more or less just slowly be going by. That's how that works, right? Based on what I know, that's how it works. We can't get in too much trouble with that. The other thing we'll do is we'll just copy this layer. If we ever need this kind of shit again, we'll just isolate it We'll use it for another picture. If we need it, there's not really a point in spending too much time on this kind of business. It's the other thing we got to consider. How we spend our time. We got to do time management, folks. Can't spend 5 months doing one picture. Got to be smart. Got to put out a good product. Something that we can believe in. Something you could be proud to show your mother. Mom, look at this sex game that I made. Dear Lord. How come you're drawing the clouds in the car? Let me show you. So when it is in the game, it'll be doing this. Gotcha. Got it. That's kind of cool, to be honest. Yeah, we're going to do all sorts of little things like that as we're moving forward. Little animation tricks. Just simple animations. We don't want to go crazy with it. Just visually interesting things to treat the eyes. Just something that says that we care about this. It's what I like to see in things. Plans for the long weekend that won't get you harmed by sharing it on the interwebs? I have to work. I have to bring out the old brushes. I have to bring out the old canvas and brushes. That's what I have to do. Probably spend some time with the nephew as well. Don't really know exactly what the family plans are. If I can carve out some time to do that. Definitely try to do that. Then, of course, we'll gotta stop by the hospital, make an appearance, otherwise people start talking. This guy never visits his wife. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I should probably stop talking about Ellen. People are gonna get the wrong idea. Be just like Spinal Tap Taparoo, who was convinced that my lovely wife was in a coma. Yeah, right, trying to get that coma nookie. Well, it never bothered her when she wasn't in a coma. Terrible thing. Just some KY and some flowers? Yeah, that's right. I'm a sensitive guy. I'm always thinking of her. Don't want her to get too uncomfortable. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about it. Let's talk more about Morgan Freeman. The horrible things he did to Jessica Tandy. Or we can exhaustively talk about Andy Worski's Twitter being hacked. I couldn't help myself. I watched a bit of Cog's stream before I went live just to see if there was any new news. Spoiler alert, there isn't. I don't know. Maybe I have the wrong end of the stick on this one. I guess I just don't know the whole story. I'm out of the loop. How many dicks did you spot watching Cog stream? Well, there are quite a few dicks on the stream. That's for sure. No, I don't know. I think AG Luck was on there. I don't know. What I mean is, like, I don't know who was what was the ground zero on that whole thing. Like what happened? Was the girl who got her nude leaked? Was that the first thing that happened? I just don't have the timeline. I suppose there's an autist out there who has the whole timeline. I don't know. I can't be bothered to look into it, though, to be honest. AG Luck? You mean AJ Styles? No, it was AG Luck, the Andy ex-business partner. I think. Yeah, it was AG Luck, yeah. Got me questioning myself. I don't know, I heard about the nude leak and failure saying ignore Worski around the same time. I like how ooh, what have I done? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this stuff anymore. It was a callback. You called AG Luck AJ Styles on the stream you did with the deadly kitty letters. Oh, really? Is AJ Styles a person? I guess it could have been worse. I could have called him AJ Slater. He's a rapper? I don't know. I probably heard the name somewhere and I just got it confused. I don't know. I don't think I do know who that is. AJ Styles is the current best wrestler on WWE TV. Oh, okay. All right. So I've probably heard it from one of the wrestling guys. Goes to show you what I know about stuff. You have any association with Jessica Tandy? Nah, it's not gonna do me any good, Naomi Diaz. I'm blocked from Worski. Do appreciate it. I did see the video that he put out. I don't know if it illuminated anything. It was kind of interesting that he said, you know, this would be the last time he would be addressing the whole controversy. Or it's like, what? Doesn't seem like Andy. Hannibal O'Neill says Jessica Tandy is 130 years old. My God. She's also dead. It made me giggle when I heard it on the replay. I was going to timestamp it when I finished listening. God, I made a fool out of myself. You know, if I was a true autistic weirdo, I would put this cloud on a different layer because it should be traveling at a different speed. That would be ridiculous. Would it not? Her skeleton is a racist, says Hannibal O'Neill. My God. Driving Miss Daisy Part 2. Her skeleton shares the grave right next to a black man, and her skeleton has to learn to not be a racist. Is that how that works? Nazi bones. Yep. All day long. Can't control it. My natural inclination is to make all the clouds fluffy. Just as fluffy as I can. Just a fool for fluffy clouds. I always have been. It's not a big deal. No one's gonna judge me because I like fluffy clouds, are they? You're not gonna do some exposed video on me? The fucking Davis guy. He's a real fucking lunatic for those fluffy clouds. I'm not sure if you've heard this. God damn it. I love Heidi O'Farrell's ass, not fluffy clouds. That's not what it says on this video here. It says you just love fluffy clouds. Can't get enough. Judgment-free zone, cloud poofer. Such son of a bitch. You're gonna be the one that does it, aren't you? You're gonna go to AJ Styles with the information. That fluffy ass cloud. Back that fluffy ass cloud over here, motherfucker. That's what he does, guys. That's what you don't know about Davis. Is he talks dirty to his clouds. Here it is. Here's it timestamped. Back that cloud ass up here, motherfucker. Oh yeah. This is a nice full cloud right here. I don't know why he uses that accent. It's vaguely racist. He's like a Jessica Tandy. It's like a what? Like Jessica Tandy in that movie. The one with Jason Statham? Yeah. That's the one. when Morgan Freeman freed Jessica Tandy from a sex dungeon. They drove through the desert. They met Mad Max, played by Jason Statham. It's a good movie. Naomi Diaz says Andy just put on another video showing proof that he was hacked. Oh my god. He's done it, folks. Well, there you go. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Mr. Medicare was on the old Twitter. And he was like, "Here are some ways that Andy can prove that he was hacked. He can show this and that." And when that whole Snapchat thing happened, there were a lot of ways that Andy could have proved that his Snapchat was flagged. But whenever I asked about it, it was like, he doesn't have to prove shit. Oh, okay. All right. Now suddenly everybody wants proof. Funny how that works. What's the win here? Andy was actually hacked. He didn't post bug tits pic. Okay. He still nearly killed someone over a fight he started, cheated on his girl, etc., etc. This is true. I think the win is that he doesn't lose anymore. Wonder what this video is. Let me see if I can find it somewhere in the Discords. All right, I think the best way to watch it will be on this Discord if you guys want to watch it with me.
Hey everyone, just in case you think I hacked myself, which is ridiculous, I did not do that. Here, I'll show the evidence I have. All right, so I'm going to refresh here. This is my Twitter /settings/sessions page. Refresh. And as you can see here, Lakeland Heights at 4:09. I got my account a minute later. Look, Lakeland Heights, Texas. Lakeland Heights, Texas. And Samsung and Android. So that was one thing. Here's the Discord stuff. All right, I'll refresh, I guess, this email. I'm sure it'll be fine if I refresh it. There we go. Okay, so Discord. Looks like someone tried to log in from Ipoh, Perak, Malaysia. Montreal, Canada. British Columbia. And Laval, Quebec, Canada. My email address, they changed it from what was originally andyworski@gmail on my Adobe account. They changed it to andyworski@protonmail.com, which I don't own. Obviously, they're messing with me. And the person kind of messed up here. This is interesting. Eric.moran@rogers.com was a secondary email randomly on it, and they removed it. So that was very interesting. Oh, if in case people think that I'm making up the Adobe stuff, refresh, yada yada. There we go. All right. Now, that's it. That's what I got for you. And I hope you all have a nice night. And I'm going to seriously get off the internet now. Peace.
Yep. I think that's proof enough that he didn't have anything to do with it. I see some people in the Discord saying that it could have been VPNs. I don't know if they're suggesting that that Andy used a VPN. I don't think he's that smart. But I'm satisfied with that. Now, to go back to the Snapchat thing. You see, he was so more than willing to show his emails. Never showed any emails from Snapchat to say that his account was terminated. And none of the people that were demanding that he prove that his accounts were hacked were people that were asking him about the Snapchats. They were more than willing to believe Zoom when he said all sorts of horrible shit about me and anal vape. So yeah, I'm a little pissed. Especially since, yet again, it is confirmed that Andy is hound dogging it up online, going as far as to, as he called it, oh yeah, I messaged myself the titty picture that a girl sent me to my Twitter so I could put it on full screen. Hannibal O'Neill says that made no sense. Probably make more sense if you knew what people were asking him. He was basically just confirming where the logins were happening on those particular accounts. Trucknut says, I have a weird reaction to listening to Davis talk. It soothes me. Exact opposite the second Worski's pie hole opens. I don't like listening to the guy talk myself. But I did want to make sure that that I'd heard that whole thing. Hannibal O'Neill says, he's a dummy? Ah, he's fucking retarded. I mean, he did something dumb to get his account that they were able to be breached in the first place. He was a dumb guy. So, that being said, yeah, I wasn't sure what the narrative was from people that were saying that he wasn't hacked. I don't know how that would have worked. Like, I don't know why people were so willing to believe that Andy was messaging multiple girls. I guess the idea was it was a false flag, you know? I don't know. But even posting that girl's picture, which I guess was the first incident, that doesn't seem like something that he would do. I mean, you have to understand that Worski is a creature of habit, and there are things that Worski does. And that wasn't one of them. Now, talking sexy with fucking girls on the internet, yeah, that's him. But posting nudes? That goes against, let's just put it this way. If he starts posting nudes that girls give him, he'll never get another nude again. In fact, he may never get another nude again from people because of what happened here. So I guess that's the silver lining. Look how easily he tipped on Bake. Oh yeah. I mean, he's definitely a fucking liar. He lies about shit all the time. He's definitely a coward. We've seen that. He's definitely a cheater and a scumbag with women. I don't think he respects women. I know I play that part of a feminist online for fun, but certainly do try to have some respect for women. It's not hard to buy. He was pissed and posted it as revenge. The post was the pic and butterfly snake. Yeah, but if it was revenge, I mean, I just don't see him doing that. I mean, he would be drying up the well. I mean, he never posted anything about Booberly to, he probably got pictures of her. I mean, just don't see it. Now, maybe, I mean, you could make the case that he's so retarded he would do that without thinking. Yeah, that's fine. But it just never struck me as something that he would do. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, I wouldn't say that he wouldn't get another nude again. Some chicks are dumb as fuck. Oh, you're not wrong there. Trucknut says, I get it, Davis, but I have so little respect for his intelligence. I can't see him as thinking more than one step removed. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. Well, like I was talking about with Boober Lee, he did something stupid there, too. I mean, he made his side chick mad, not considering that she would release all their DMs. That was a stupid move. So yeah, he is retarded, and you're absolutely right to not have any respect for his intelligence. I mean, even I was wondering if I had the wrong end of the stick on it. I think these clouds are probably fine. Let's take a look at it again. Try to do our thing. Come on. Computer is thinking too hard about it. Come on, Davis. Don't make me think. Oh yeah. It's going back and forth. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be fine. Alright, let's get back into the cockpit here. Is that window? Alright, I just need to get some resources. That's all there is to it. What we can also do is make it the cargo bump up and down when we do the animation. We can sell it a little bit more when we get to that stage, and what a fun stage that will be. When we get into programming and working with Unity on these live streams, won't that be fun? Dear God. Let's open her eyes a little bit. On hour 22, not a spring chicken anymore. Night, Hoss. See you next time. Truck nuts, you take care. Take it easy. And may God bless you. I've got to use the restroom in a second. Of course, I need to let you guys know about my plans for using the restroom. Don't want you guys to feel like I'm leaving you out of the loop as far as that whole thing is concerned. I have made a contract with you all, and I intend to keep it. Let's get some color in here. Got to consider that out of the other window, light is shining, brightening us up. Not a lot of places for any dark shadows. That also must be considered as well. Sorry if my narration has fallen off. Basically just trying not to wet myself at this point. Maybe the nose bridge is too, I don't know. Maybe we've made a mistake here. We'll have to go back to our original model. But that being said, oh, Spinal 2 says, I'm out, Davis. Take care. Take care, Spinal Tap Tapperoo. I'll be back momentarily. All right, we're back. Keep wanting to work on that car. You know what? I don't know. Fuck it. Let's draw our girl. I had an idea. Because when I was thinking about my plan was to do our dress up thing, because I've seen that before. I've seen it in something. It's almost like it feels like it's like a paper doll, if you know what those are, where you just put paper on a doll. If I could do it in a different way, I think it'd be pretty cool. Might be kind of hard to do though. We like to do things that are challenging sometimes, right? Test our mettle. So what if we put her in front of a mirror? I mean, that's what she would be doing if she was trying on clothes. We also have to think about constraints. I should have asked people while people were still here. And I guess I'll ask them later. This will take us a while. But what kind of clothing options? Now, obviously, since she knows, like the right choice would be to wear something that would be appropriate to go camping with. Now, that's the right choice. But what are the other options? What are the other options she could do? Now, I guess if you wanted to be silly, you could put her in a fucking clown outfit. That would be ridiculous. But we don't have to think about that. Ugh. This is going to be fun. So let's draw a chick. Fucking hell. Didn't think we were going to do anything from scratch today, but okay. Guess she was looking in the mirror. There would be two hers. One over here. One over here. They have to match up over here. Now, if you've ever tried to draw reflections before, it can be a bit of a mind fuck. Get a torso, abdomen, some hips, and some legs. How wide should the thighs be? I already have some pictures with this girl, so we know roughly what her body type will be. She is more or less the same girl from my Angels and Beast painting. I'll put her on the screen in just a second. In fact, that being said, I wonder if there's a way. We talk about asset management sometimes when we do these things. So I'm wondering if there's a way if we could just take her from here and plug her into other places. But that's not going to be possible. The problem is this whole picture was built on constraints. It was so these are not and should not be considered real girls. Yeah, we'll just keep it around though.